Well, hi everyone. Steve Bush here with Coldwell Banker Hubbard Hanson. This morning I want to talk with you about a new program in our office that I'm super excited about because this program has real value to both the buyer and the seller in a residential transaction of real estate. So it's a win-win program, truly a win-win program. Well, here it is. Coldwell Banker Hubbard Hanson now has a preferred lender. We've chosen to work with an organization called uh, First Coast Mortgage Alliance. That's First Coast Mortgage Alliance. This is a veteran owned mortgage broker. So, some cool things about a mortgage broker that I think are advantageous is the fact that they source their loans through numerous different banks. They've got numerous different mortgage banks and other companies that they can find products from. So they're going to different opportunities, and because of that, they generally have more products available than maybe a single lender would have. Products like conventional, certainly VA, FHA, traditional products you would find just about anywhere, but they also have things like bank statements, they have investment lending opportunities. So they've got a broad array of products that they can offer. But they also are pretty fast when it comes to closing. They're capable of closing at a pretty fast rate. And we found that the service with a mortgage broker is extremely good. But probably the biggest point is because they're checking several different sources, they have extremely competitive rates. Okay, well, now here's the big news. First Coast Mortgage Alliance is offering 1% of the loan amount up to $7,500 in a transaction where the buyer uses them for their mortgage purposes. They can use that money towards closing costs, towards prepaid expenses, and or they can use it for interest buy down. So let me say that again. It's 1% of the loan amount up to $7,500 back to the buyer that uses First Coast Mortgage Alliance, and that goes towards closing costs, prepaid expenses, and or interest buy down. So how does that affect the transaction? Well, for the buyer, it's obvious. If you've got a buyer that's purchasing say a $400,000 home and they're putting 100,000 down, that means they're financing $300,000. Now with this program with FCMA, they would receive 1% of the loan amount, the $300,000, or $3,000 back in those incentives at closing. Okay, well, that sounds really good, but what about the seller? Here's the deal for the sellers. Oftentimes we find that the buyers are asking sellers to assist with closing costs. With your permission, what we can do is we can share this information about this program in the write-up that appears in the MLS so that if a buyer uses FCMA, they're going to get the 1% credit. So it's a unique way of adding value to your home and actually setting you apart from other people in the market that are offering their homes. It's a competitive market right now. So this allows you to put another little checkbox out there that adds value to your property. And really, at the end of the day, it has had no cost to the seller. So that's pretty cool. Now, there's certain language we would use in that MLS write-up. And so I want to read this to you so I get it absolutely correct. This is how it would appear in the MLS. Buyer's incentive. Eligible buyers who obtain financing from our preferred lender may receive a lender credit equal to 1% of the loan amount up to $7,500 to be applied to allowable closing costs, prepaid items, and or interest rate buy down. Use of the preferred lender program is optional, not a commitment to lend, and terms subject to change by the lender. That's how that write-up would appear in your MLS sheet when it goes to market out there. So I want to end by saying that this is an optional program. When we are asked by our customers about a lender, we typically give them three or four choices of lenders that we have used or that we know to be highly reputable. This program has been tested by even our broker with FCMA, and her experience with them was extremely good. So we have some firsthand knowledge of how effective they can be. So if you're interested in this program or want to know more about it, I'd love to have you contact me. My number is at the bottom of the screen. Please give me a call, and I'd be glad to talk with you more about it. Again, Steve Bush with Coldwell Banker Hubbard Hanson. And I'm just wishing you that God would bless you, your family, and your home. Hey, I look forward to talking to you again real soon. Thanks.